see from your answers, most of you all have spoken about the visual communication or the non-verbal communication. And this happens even before we start talking. And this is what I wanted to tell you today. In our communication, only 7% of the role is played by the verbal communication or what we speak, the word. Okay. 38% of the weightage lies on the vocal communication or how we speak. How am I speaking? My pitch, my tone, my speed, my pauses. All this is a part of my vocal communication. And 55% of the weightage lies on non-verbal communication. And what is non-verbal communication all about is what you have put here. It's body language, it's your dressing, it's your appearance. All this is your non-verbal communication. And you have put bang on points. You see, this is what communicates the most, and this is what we miss out on. So now, when I talk about appearance, it is not only the clothes that we wear, it's more to it. Okay. The way we take care of ourselves, our skin, our hair, the grooming part, how we keep our nails, people even see our nails. Okay. Then our shoes, the footwear we wear, many people judge us by our footwear. So you see, people are seeing different things in you. We notice different things, and so it is so important to be on point so that our focus is not on our appearance but on the occasion. And that is why it is so important to be on point. Okay. Now, vocal communication, I already spoke about what all points come there, and verbal is your vocabulary. So when we work on all these, we give 100% in our communication. Okay. And that is how a first impression is formed. And I am a believer that first impression is not the last impression, but lasting for sure. Okay. So we need to work on all these three aspects. And now with the rise in social media and digital space, we also have the digital presence, how we create our social presence. That is the new D now. So there are A, B, C, D of communication. Okay. So that being said, let's see A, B, C in detail. So let's come to the A part first. That is our appearance. So when you are in a formal space, we need to be very careful of what we are wearing because clothes definitely send out messages. Whatever we wear is sending out messages to others, just like we saw about the visual communication or the non-verbal communication. So in a casual space, we should be careful and not wear very casual clothes when we are in a formal place. And if we dress as per the occasion, we must take care of the fabrics we are wearing. In summers, we can wear cottons. In winters, we can wear thick woolen. In India, we don't have, especially down part. In North India, we do have cold. But here, we can use the layering technique in so that you don't have to invest too much money in your woolen clothes. You can use layering when there is cold. Then be careful about the type of colors you wear in which season. Then when you are in a formal place, we should try to avoid wearing floral prints, polka dots, because these are very casual prints. If you can go for solids. Those are the highest authority. Then pinstripes, pin dots. These are also very geometric prints, work well in the formal place. So these are a few tips about appearance. Today, our main focus is on etiquette, so I'll be focusing there more, but I'll give you a few tips about the ABC in general. Now, in appearance, it's not only the clothes, like I said earlier, it is also how we maintain ourselves. So have a self-care routine where you take care of yourself. It's very important because you cannot pour from an empty bottle. You have to take care of yourself first, and only then you can give others. So take that time for yourself. Have a self-care routine where you take care of your skin, your health, your hair, your nails, um, your grooming part. All this is really important. And yeah, people do notice different things. So be careful about that. And also, some people are very sensitive to smells. So that is also something we need to really take care about, our body smell, because that also communicates. So these are the points about appearance. Now let's come to the B part, which is body language. Now, our body language includes our behavior, our etiquette. Everything comes in body language. So, when it comes to body language, would you like to say a few things? What do you observe, or what you do not like when it comes to body language of somebody? Anyone? All right. So, the first step I would like to give under body language is to keep an open body language. If I'm sitting here holding my hand, nobody will feel like talking or connecting to me, right? Because I'm closed. I have created a physical barrier here. So even when you're sitting at a meeting table, don't cross your hands and put them on the table. Be open. Keep them on the armrest of the chair, okay? Or keep them on your lap, but not cross like this, because that closes, and the communicator in front of you will not feel very easygoing communicating with you. So that is one tip. The other tip is, don't cross your legs also, because they are also sending the same message when you cross them. After that, avoid fidgeting. So sometimes unknowingly we do this. We tap our hands, our fingers on the table, or we just keep move shaking our legs. So these things are something where we need to be very mindful. And yes, mindfulness is really important here, because unless we know what we are doing, we will not be able to correct it, right? And people are observing us again. Sometimes we have this habit of playing with a pen, so that shows a little bit of nervousness. Even shaking of legs shows the same thing. So these places are something where we need to be really careful about. Okay. So that is the first point in body language. The second point is proxemics. The proxemics is a study of space. So sometimes what happens is, unknowingly, we might go too close to somebody, and that person might go back because they are not comfortable. The reason is, we all have a personal space, a private space. Okay. If some unknown person invades that space, we would go in that fight or flight mode. Okay, that is just in our brain, and it just happens naturally, because that is how we have been evolved. Okay, either if you see a threat, you either freeze, you try to fight if you think you can fight, or you just run away from there. That is the coping mechanism. So we should be mindful about the personal space of a person. There is a private space which is just for the closest people, like our parents or our spouses. Then there is a personal space which is for our friends, or the people, or other relatives which are closer to us. Then the further we go, there is a social space, and then there is a public space. So we should be really careful about which space to be in. And yeah, we should always maintain a 1 arm length distance to anybody. And that is why the handshakes also maintain arm's length distance. So that is the closest we can go in a formal situation. Now, coming to handshake, um, there are a few tips I would like to share. I'll also show you a video in some time. So when we are giving a handshake, the first thing is eye contact. We should maintain a good eye contact. Now, even coming to eye contact, I would like, so it should not be constantly staring in a person's eye. Okay. Our eyes will definitely move. I mean, it's not possible, and it's very intimidating to look straight into a person's eye. So so if you see this triangle right from here to my eyes, okay, this area, this is a power gaze. So if you look at somebody in this area, it will show a lot of authority, and it will show dominance, that you're trying to dominate that person. So you have to be very careful when you use this gaze, definitely not with your seniors. Okay. And then there is something called as a social gaze. So social gaze is this zone. Okay. So this is the safest place to maintain eye contact. So when you're tired, you can look a little down and then get your eyes up again. So this is the social gaze, which is going to work the best when you are with somebody in a social space or even in the professional space. So be careful about your eye contact, then smile. Smile will make you more approachable, and people will connect with you instantly if you have that smile on your face. Then, yeah, we spoke about eye contact, smile. Then, how do you extend your hand? It should not be like this. This shows authority, this shows dominating. Okay. And it should not be like this also. Your hand should not go like this for a handshake. This shows submission. You are very submissive, and we don't want to give that message to anybody. Okay. It should be just like this. Okay, and it should be from the elbow. Your hand should move from the elbows. So that is how a handshake should be. Again, the force you apply should be very mindful about that. You should observe the force the other person is using and try to match that pressure. Okay, if you are shaking your hands too tight, they will just take their hands away. Okay, that's a bone crusher. And if it's too loose, it's very limp, people will feel you are very underconfident. So you don't want to give that message as well. It should be just perfectly firm, and it should be web to web. Okay, this is the web of your hand. This web should meet the other person's web, and give three pumps. 1, 2, 3, done. Okay, that is how your handshake should be. And once your handshake begins, you give your introduction, and once your handshake ends, your name should be already conveyed. So that is how you perform a handshake. Does anyone have any questions here in handshake? Because this is what you will be using the most, and you will be creating your first impression with whenever you're going to meet a new person. All good, everyone? Okay, so let me just share my screen. I would like to show the video of handshake. Yes. Is my screen visible to all of you all? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, ma'am, it's
Yes,
visible.
ma'am, it's visible.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so much. And can you hear the voice? I'll just play the video. Audible?
No, ma'am.
Video is not audible, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay, the video is not audible.
Yeah.
Okay, Hemant, can you help me here?
Yes, ma'am. Play it once. Play the video.
Yes.
No, ma'am. Your audio is not audible from the video.
Can you hear it now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me do one thing. We'll just play the video, look at it, and I shall share the video with you, and you can circulate it with everyone. Will that be fine?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine.
Perfect. Thank you so much.